I was born left-handed. I'm sure to some other people that are listening, they'll be wondering what's wrong with being born left-handed. Well, in those days when I was born, it was a taboo, especially the part of the country where I am from. I'm Yoruba. So, in those days when people look at you, they look at you as being rude or insultive, especially when you use your left hand to give something to an adult. But along the line, thank God that they didn't stop it. They actually continued. They forced me to change from using my left hand to my right. And what they didn't realize then was that there's a way this affects your coordination as a child. Imagine if you're used to using your left hand to do everything, to read, to write, and all at once, some people believe that what you're doing is wrong and they begin to force you. There's no way it's not going to affect you. So I think it started from there, actually. When I was in primary 3, I was my class teacher recommended my demotion to primary 1. So I was wondering what happened, and she basically said, well, you're very intelligent or you're brilliant, but we have a problem with you, and the problem is the handwriting. So it wasn't legible. Nobody can actually read whatever I wrote then. So she said, okay, you know what, just go home, call your parents. And my parents followed me to the school the following day. When we got to the school, the headmaster asked me some questions, and he spoke to my parents, and he said, well, we don't know. The headmaster just started asking. He took me aside and he asked me a lot of questions. I was able to answer without any problems. So he said, but this girl is intelligent now. Let's help her. What can we do to help? I'm sure they didn't know anything about dyslexia then, what it means. So he said, okay, what can we do to help her? So they said, okay, every day at the end of school, when everybody must have left school, I was left alone, to write. They gave me to the exercise book and I was writing. That was basically what I did throughout the year, writing exercises. And it actually helped my handwriting. Well, I won't say it's perfect. It's still not perfect, but my handwriting is legible, is readable now. You can read it. So that actually was also one of the things that affected me. And also talking about mathematics. My dad is very good in mathematics. In fact, his best subject is math. But unfortunately, I don't know what happened.
The gene skipped you.
Oh yeah, it did. I didn't know what I did. So it skipped me actually. So anytime when it comes to solving mathematical problems, it was a no-go area for me. And unfortunately, the school I went to then, my primary school, if you fail maths, it's a big problem. They don't beat you on the day you fail the maths. They beat you at the end of the week. That's Friday. So if you failed on Monday, you come out. They beat you, you go back Tuesday to Friday like that. So you know what that means. Of course, going to school on Monday morning is not a joyous thing for anybody to do. If you're in my position, when they bring you out in the middle of everybody and everybody begins to sing for you, you know. So math was a no-no for me. And apart from that, let me go back to this my left and right issue again. I didn't know my left from my right until I finished from the university, and it was when I started learning how to drive. The person that was teaching me said turn left, and I turned right. It was God that actually helped us on that day. It was just God, because there was a trailer coming from the other side of the road. I was just like, God, near my God to thee, Jesus. And he actually took the wheel. So when the person parked and he stopped, said, Ronsi, show me your left. Okay, show me your left hand. Which one is your left? I was looking at him. Which one is your right? I was looking at him. He said, no, wait. So you mean you don't know your left from your right? So it was the one that actually taught me the difference between my left and my right hand. So he said, okay, when you do this, okay, people cannot see me now. when you do this, so now I know the difference, so I can. So I know the difference now. And I would like to say also that in the university, I didn't have a single note. Not because I didn't want to have a note, but because I couldn't really. When it comes to writing, I'm very slow in writing. So, then they would have wiped off the board. So I was like, oh, well, there's really no need stressing yourself writing anything. In fact, at the point, I think in my final year, most of the time I didn't really go to school for lectures, because by the time you get to class, everything would have been wiped. And the population now, everybody in class. But thankfully, there was a friend of mine that was a support. I'll call him my support structure. Hey, Benga, shout out to you wherever you are this morning, Benga. Thank you very much. Very, very intelligent. He's always around, always in class. During the exams, maybe some few days or few hours to the exams, he will just take me through, we do revision. That's what we normally do. So after doing the revision, I'll just go into the exams hall and I'll pass. Sometimes I'll pass even more better than him. So, and I know that there are a lot of people suffering from this, and it affects you. It grows with you into your adulthood. And some people, don't let me say some people, a lot of people, because I struggled with it even as an adult. I didn't know that I had problems with spelling, because if you can speak well, nobody will actually expect you to spell wrongly. Until I started working again, and I was working with a boss that that brought out the best in me. Let me just put it that way. Because I didn't really, then she would just give me something to write. The desktop was just introduced then, so we're still learning how to use computer. Yes, to use the computer. She would just give me, okay, you're not going to use the computer, just write it. I want you to write this letter, and she will just circle it. Maybe I wrote like maybe 100 words, and you see red biro, you're circling something like 20 out of 100 words, and I'm like, wow, how did I get here? Then I didn't really, until one day she said, sit down, look at it, read it. Like, and I'll read it, and she said, can't you see the difference? And I've seen a lot of people like that, and at the place of work, sometimes people think that they are not smart. It's not that they are not smart. If you see people that are actually dyslexic, we have what is called the dyslexic advantage. Because, oh yeah, I'm a genius, and I'm very, very proud to be one. Thank you. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry about that.
Sorry, yeah. Not sorry.
No. I'm a very creative person. I can think, I can imagine things, I can solve problems. I can sit down on my own. When I was younger, I can sit down in the bedroom for 3 hours if I don't have any interruption from anybody. The only person that used to interrupt me then was my mom. Yeah, what are you doing? And people are around me. Sometimes maybe I'm talking to you and I'm just on my own. I like being alone. And people are like, Kilo Shomo, yeah, like Benny. Is she, what they call them in those days? Maybe Ogbanje or Iberi, or and people look at you and think, Kilo, why are you always on your own? What are you thinking about? And I've seen children like this, that they suffer untold hardship. And the problem we have with our educational system in Nigeria is the fact that we do one man fits all.